Welcome to Palm Harbor Local, the podcast dedicated to building community and sharing inspiring stories from the heart of Palm Harbor. I'm your host, Donnie Hathaway, and today we are joined by Erin O'Brien, who is the author of Howl, a children's book now available on Amazon. Palm Harbor Local is all about spotlighting individuals and businesses who are making a difference, overcoming challenges, and fostering connections right here in our hometown. Now, if you're passionate about growing together, getting involved, and celebrating the people who are making Palm Harbor thrive, you're exactly where you need to be. In today's episode, we'll talk about why Erin decided to write a children's book and why they decided to keep the entire production process within the family. We'll also talk about what goes into creating a children's book and what they have planned for their future children's book series. Now, don't forget to connect with us on Instagram at Palm Harbor Local for behind-the-scenes highlights and join our weekly newsletter at palmharborlocal.com. Now, let's dive in and build community together. So, Erin, welcome to the podcast.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
I'm excited to chat with you. And the first, like we were just talking about, the first children's author on the podcast.
Yay.
So, the first book you written is Howl.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And tell us a little bit about the process of that book and like where the idea came from of like, hey, let's write children's books.
Okay. So yeah, I've always wanted to be a writer. I went to school for writing and I love it. It's my passion. And my friend one day was like, hey, you know what would be a really cool children's book is if the wolf was in love with the moon. A wolf, I'm sorry, was in love with the moon. And so I was like, hey, that is a really cool idea. So I went to our local library, Palm Harbor Library, and I sat down and started typing away on my computer, and that's where Howl was born. And then my brother agreed to do the illustrations, and we just kind of got together virtually because he's in Virginia.
Okay.
So we got together virtually and started working out like a storyboard, and my niece is also an artist, and she joined in, and that's how Howl was born.
So talk to me about like your background. Like, did you, like growing up, were you always into books? Did you read a lot of books growing up?
Oh, yeah. So my family kind of moved a lot. I'm from West Virginia. We moved to Virginia, we moved to Tennessee, and then we moved down here. So I was the new kid a lot. So books kind of became friends until I made my new friends in the new places. Mm-hmm. So yeah, that's kind of how my love of reading. Plus, my mom always read to me, and even my brother read to me when I was little. So
cool.
Yeah.
And you remember that, like as a kid, like them
Oh
reading
yeah.
to you?
Oh yeah. My mom. I remember up until like I was even older, we were reading like Indian in the Cupboard. I don't know if you remember that book, but we were reading that even when I was in my like I don't know double digits.
Yeah.
But yeah. Both of them love reading. My mom especially is a big reader, and my grandma, who's 95, is a avid reader as well.
Cool.
Yeah.
And more like fictional or non-fictional story?
Fiction.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of like a little escape, you know?
Yeah.
So.
Are you guys big into movies too?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. My brother is super into movies, so yeah.
Okay, cool.
Me too.
What's some of your favorite books from like growing up, like your childhood?
Okay, I would say, oh man, there's a lot. Indian in the Cupboard was one I really remember that stands out with my mom. My brother used to read Stephen King to me when I was a little bit older because we like kind of creepy stuff, which is a little weird, but so I loved scary stories, like Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark and like all those different books. But then before that, Goodnight Moon is classic. And now I read to my kids Room on the Broom and different, I like Jan Brett a lot and Margaret Weiss Brown.
Okay.
So
I remember I was never a big reader growing up, and I picked up reading later on and stuff, but more nonfiction than fictional books. But as a kid, I remember one series I remember reading was Goosebumps.
Oh yeah, R.L. Stein.
Yeah. So like that was the one thing I remember reading. I don't think there was anything else.
I read a few of those as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then like as our we read to our daughters before, children's books like Howl and stuff before going to bed and stuff. And sometimes they'll get into it, and they go through phases, where they're like, yeah, let's read a book every single night. And sometimes they're not really paying attention or whatever. But
Yeah.
It is cool to read to them. And I think reading is important,
Oh, yeah.
for development and just,
Yeah.
our brains in general.
Absolutely. I would say I kind of think of it as like islands of not communication, but connection. Because we're always on screens and, not always connecting with each other. And books, like your phone is not in your hand. The book is in your hand. And you're both like looking at it, reading it together, experiencing it together. And it's magic.
So what do you think about audiobooks then? Do you listen to audiobooks?
I drink them.
Oh, yeah.
So my other job is I work at my friend's company, and we do like packaging and filling lotion bottles and things, and we're all on our audiobooks all day.
Okay.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have a preference? Like if you were going to sit down and read or listen to a book, or like which one are you choosing?
Probably something like a thriller or something. It's maybe a little spooky, I think, because I was exposed to it when I was little, so I really love that stuff. And it kind of like forces you into like a different mindset. So like if you're, reading something kind of like light, it doesn't do the same thing as like, you kind of get pushed into another world. So.
Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting. All right, so let's circle back to your book and kind of like a little family business there, right? So your brother and your niece are involved in creating the books.
Yes.
Talk to us about like that process and how that works for creating Howl.
Okay, so my brother does the illustrations. My mom actually did the storyboard for our new book that's coming out in a few months. But this one we did the storyboard together. He'll do the illustrations, like sketch everything out, and then he puts those illustrations under a glass table, and then he uses like a tracing paper and puts the illustration onto that paper and paints with watercolor. And then my niece will come back through, and like for Howl, she did the night skies. So like my brother would sketch out the wolf and the moon and kind of paint all that, and then she would go through and do the sky afterward.
Cool.
Yeah. And they'll like, I don't know what the material is, but they actually cover the drawings with the material so that they can paint around it. It's pretty cool.
Interesting.
Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah. And was that kind of always a part of the plan, was to keep your family involved, or was it, do you have any illustration experience? Like, have you ever thought about doing that yourself?
I like dabbled, but I'm not anywhere near my brother's level. He's been doing art since I remember there's a picture of a horse's head hanging in our hallway, my parents' hallway still, that he did when he was 7.
Oh, wow.
So like he's like a prodigy.
Yeah.
So I kind of like can't even touch what he does. So I'm kind of the writer and he's the artist.
The artist.
Yeah.
Is that what does he do for his career? Does he do artwork?
Yeah, he's actually going to school right now
Cool.
for like a teaching degree. But we're hoping, eventually that our publishing company would take off and we could do that.
Yeah, that's cool. So you have another book in the works right now?
Yes. It's
Go ahead.
It's a Christmas book.
Cool.
We were hoping to have it done, but he is finishing up his classes, and he's graduating in December, so it's taking a little bit longer. But we're hoping to have it out for the holiday season. If not, it'll be out for Christmas next year.
Dude, what's the process for you for creating the stories, and like how does just like detail that as much as you can? Investing is extremely important, but it can also be somewhat confusing. With taxes, asset allocation, stocks, bonds, and funds, to know what to do with all this could be overwhelming. Jacob Wade is a financial coach and will work directly with you to put together a roadmap for your money, for life. Jacob has built a name for himself as a finance expert, and you can find his writings in places like Forbes Advisor, Money.com, Investopedia, and Time.com. But he has a passion for helping people create a clear and simple investment roadmap to buy back their time and retire with confidence. If you could use a financial coach on your team, then simply go to palmharborlocal.com/roadmap to book a call with Jacob today. and see if hiring a financial coach could help you crush your 2025 goals. Don't wait to have that same feeling next year of not hitting your financial goals. Connect with Jacob today and let's make 2025 your best financial year yet.
Honestly, it's kind of weird. It's kind of like magic.
Yeah.
I know it sounds weird, but it's I get like an idea, and then I have to like shut myself in a room, and then it just like flows. Like it's just like it comes out from my head, like through my fingertips, and I'm just going. Like, and it's bizarre. Like it's such a cool feeling. I know I probably sound weird saying that, but
No, yeah, I get that. Are the ideas random, or it's like, okay, I'm gonna write a book or I have an idea, and you just wait until you kind of get into that space where you can create that and finish that thought?
Like for this one, my friend suggested it, and I kind of like let it ruminate for a little bit, and it was like maybe like a few weeks later that I wrote it, because also with having kids and a job and family life, it's finding time. So that's often hard, because like if you're trying to write something, it helps if it's super quiet and calm. So sometimes I don't get to write as soon as I would like to. But for our Christmas book, I got the idea, I ran it by my brother, I ran it by my parents, everybody was excited about it, and I was like, okay, cool. And then I got super excited about it, and I made time, and I like shut the door. And I think it was that day or the day after that I wrote it.
Okay. So how long does it take you when you're sitting down and writing? For this one?
For this one, it took me I'd say like 2 to 3 hours of writing like the bones of it. But then afterward, like my mom is a retired teacher, so she'll go through and edit it, and then we go through like a process after that where it's, I don't know, I'd say it was like maybe a couple weeks to a month of just like tweaking. So yeah.
Yeah, so you kind of have like the framework, and then you're just fine tuning it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Cool. I like it. And then, well, we talked about like so you write the story, and then your brother takes that story and uses his ideas and thoughts for the illustrations, or is that a collaboration?
It's definitely a collaboration. Like for the Christmas one, my mom like went through like frame by frame and like did like a rough sketch of what it would look like. For this one, I kind of did that for my brother, where I went through and I like made like a mock-up copy of the book with like just printer paper, and he was like, oh, okay, and like once he saw it, he was able to like make it his own. So yeah, but the first illustration, that was all him, and this was the first one that he did, and this was all him. It was straight out of his brain. He's amazing.
Yeah. Does he start with the cover? Is it always like, let's do the cover image first, and that
he did on this one, but not for the Christmas one. So
okay.
Yeah.
So each one is its unique
way.
What about getting it published, right? So this is, I've had this conversation before a couple different times, right? But there's like self-publishing now is way easier than what it used to be.
Yeah.
Versus going through a traditional publisher, which can have its own obstacles and whatnot. So you guys self-published.
Yeah.
How was that process?
So, so we went through Amazon. It's a lot. Like is
Amazon the only place to like self-publish, or there's other companies too?
I think there's other companies, but we just went through Amazon because it's the most cost-effective, and it reaches so many people.
Right. Yeah.
So we had to my brother had to put everything into like a PDF form, and then we had to format everything to their standards, and then the cover was actually the hardest thing. We had to get it like a certain amount of pixels or something, and my friend Bob, my husband and I have a really good friend, Bob Eustavinis, and he actually went and edited all of that so that it would fit within their standards. So it took a while, and then we would send it in, and then they would send it back and say, like, it doesn't fit this format or this, and we'd be like, well, what does that mean? Like, because, like, we're both, like, creatives, we're not, like, technical, and we're like, what? So we would have to go through and, like, figure that out. And so it took a couple of weeks to finally get it live.
Yeah, that's interesting, right? Like, because, the creative side now is like advanced into technology and stuff too.
Right.
Like, so you can be creative and use tech for your creativity.
Yes.
But you guys are going like the traditional route of like, let's, create the artwork and everything first, and then we got to convert it to the technical piece.
Yeah, we're kind of like old school, I'd say,
Yeah.
because, I'm 41 and my brother is 11 years older than I am. So
Yeah.
we're kind of like going like 80s, 90s style.
Yeah.
And the book, I'd say, is more like an 80s, 90s style kind of book. Like a lot of the books now, which are great, like, and no knocking them, but it's like, glitter and farts and like stuff like that. And like, that's what's popular. But we're kind of like going back to like roots of like what we felt in our childhood. So just kind of a little more, I don't know, something a little different.
Yeah, I love it.
Thanks.
What about, so we go through, you create you have the story, you create the artwork, you get it published. Now the next step is like, all right, how do we get it out into the hands of kids and families and that sort of stuff?
And that's, and I think any author who sees this is gonna laugh when you ask that, because it's just, that is the most mind-numbing, like, hard thing about this whole process. Like, you would think that creating the book was the hard part. It's actually the marketing.
Yeah.
Not that this isn't hard, but like the marketing is the long game, the endurance game.
Yeah.
Where it's just like you're just throwing stuff at the wall and just seeing what sticks, like over and over and over. So for every like 50 no's, you get a yes, and thank you. That's why I'm here today, because you were a yes, and that's wonderful, and we really appreciate it, because you're doing a lot for people in the community that we don't really get a platform other places.
So what are some things you've tried and things that have worked for you and things that haven't worked for you?
Local newspapers are amazing.
Okay.
So like Suncoast News featured us, and then up where my brother lives, the Radford News Journal featured us. And then we were in Tampa Bay Magazine as like a little blurb about it. So like those things have worked. Readings, I went to Cosmic Donuts down the street.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they're wonderful. I did a reading there, and then a reading at Elisa Nelson Elementary. That went really well for my daughter's class. And I'm going to do like an event at the library, Palm Harbor Library. So those things have worked. So like a lot of local works way better for us.
Yeah. Do you eventually want it to reach across the country?
Yeah, that's the goal.
Yeah.
That's the goal. Yeah, that would be the dream. My like fantasy is for our publishing company to work out, and that the girls, like my niece and my girls, could eventually take it over one day.
Cool.
That would be amazing.
Cool. So talk to me about like that. What does that look like? Like what is the expanded version of Gran Apple Books look
well, we would love to get trademarked.
Yeah.
That would be wonderful. And then from there, getting our books into the hands of children, maybe even schools. That would be wonderful. Just, being out on a bigger network will be great.
Yeah. So you mentioned like you do readings and stuff at different schools in the library too.
Yeah.
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 So what does that look like?
Well, the library is actually like a local author showcase I think it's November 15th, if anybody wants to go.
Yeah.
So that's more like we just talk to the community about our books. But the readings the reading I did at Cosmic and the one in the class, we just read to kids, and they're the best, like, because they'll tell you what they really think about it. So no like filters. Yeah, they're amazing. Like I showed the cover, and one girl's like, "That moon is scary."
Oh yeah.
And like so we talked about it, and I was like, "Well, she's startled because she hasn't been able to hear the wolf up until now." And then she got super interested, like, "Okay, so like I'm in. Like you got me. Like let's hear it."
Yeah.
So,
that's cool. You enjoy the reading of it?
Oh my gosh, yeah. The kids are the best part. They all howl, like, cool. And I say that like before I read. I'm like, just make sure like when I say like to howl, like, and then they all, oh, and it's the cutest thing ever, and they all get like super engaged.
Yeah. Do you want to expand beyond children's books, or do you just want to stick with with children's books?
Well, we've been talking about maybe doing like a young adult graphic novel for spooky stories, since we do like spooky stuff.
Yeah.
But so far that's just kind of a thought. But right now we're just focusing on Howl and then the Christmas book getting published, and kind of see where we go from there.
How long does it take you from you have the idea and then it's published and ready to go?
Couple months.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not bad. Right?
Well, actually, this one was pretty quick because my brother was actually taking a watercolor class. And so his professors, like, he would do this as an assignment.
Oh, that's great, yeah.
So that was amazing. So it kind of, like, got out faster. My brother actually looked it up, and it takes 6 months to a year for an artist typically to complete the illustrations for a children's book.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, because they go back and do, like, the detailing, and it's a lot of work. So this one, the Christmas one, is definitely taking a lot more time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you think you could work on multiple books at once, or do you think it's like you gotta stick with one? Especially, you have other obligations and stuff.
Yeah.
That you have, right?
Yeah, we kind of just right now. I'm just focused on the marketing of it. Like if an idea hits me, I'll certainly go lock myself in a room and start writing.
Yeah.
But as of right now, we're just kind of focusing on the two that we've got going.
Yeah, I like it. So where can people find the books?
Oh, you can go on Amazon.com. You just look up Howl by Erin O'Brien, and then Clint Hours and Elise Hours are the two illustrators. And yeah, you just go on Amazon. And we also have a website that you can go and check out. We offer free coloring pages there as well.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Like from the book, so the illustration, like you can color the illustration?
Yeah, so you can color your own wolf and moon.
Oh,
yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Kind of interactive, but that's granappleBooks.com.
And then you'll have, I'm assuming, like updates on the new book and.
Oh yeah, we're pretty active on Facebook and Instagram.
Oh, great.
So as things come out, we'll be posting.
Your Facebook and Instagram, is that Gran Apple Books as well, or is that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so everything's branded for that. That's great.
Yeah.
Awesome. Cool. Well, thanks for being here. I appreciate you coming to.
Thank you.
Kind of share your story, and I love what you're doing, and hopefully if you're listening and you got kids, get out there and buy a book.
Hey, please.
Yeah. Cool.
Well,
Thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Of course. Thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of Palm Harbor Local. We are incredibly grateful for our sponsors who make this show possible. So be sure to keep supporting these local businesses, and let's keep building community together. Until next time, stay connected, stay involved, and keep making Palm Harbor an amazing place to call home.